Hey there everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. We are here in the Fire Temple. It is time for my favorite temple in the game, and I am more than excited to do this. The door is actually in the fire. That's really cool, because the Fire Temple, get it, fire, get it. It's really not that exciting. But here we are. It's a pretty interesting temple. Obviously, we've seen a lot of these fire keys, and of course, Lip's always the best way to handle them, as we saw before. First interesting puzzle of the thing is when there's two keys and there's little switches behind each door, so we have to get two keys instead of just one in order to progress. I guess it's really not that interesting, but it's technically the first part of the dungeon is doing that. Also, we have these fire things which remind me of Super Mario World in so many ways, but they are kind of a bit annoying, so we just walk past them. Well, it's more Super Mario Bros. Super Mario World. They weren't so prominent in Super Mario World, if I remember correctly. It's mostly Super Mario Bros. That had the spinning fireballs. And I guess there's some new Super Mario Bros. As well in World 6, so I don't know. But here we are, skeleton things. Now, these things are a pain in the ass to fight, these stealth skeleton things. They're called Stalfos, you dummy. Zelda terminology, you should know this by now. But just slash them multiple times. They'll dodge the first one with a jump, but if you can hit them while they're landing, you can strike them a few times, and then you can kill with your sword. Obviously, we'll find easier ways to deal with them before. I'm not sure how well the whip or boomerang and stuff like that works on them. It might work a little better, but sword's just kind of quicker. I don't really like using items unless I have to, because you just pull them out and do stuff and blah blah blah. Now, in case if you look on the map here, you can see that the section mirrors the other section, so what we need to do is record these little pitfalls there and mimic them on the other section because they'll be invisible on that side. So we won't be able to see them over there. We can see them now though, so we can write them in, and we'll know what path the safe path for when we get to that point over there. But first, we're gonna head upstairs. I was gonna say downstairs, but no. There's a second floor, and then the rest is in the basement. So in the second floor, we find minecarts. That's the gimmick of this dungeon, is minecarts. And I know you guys are thinking, well, that's not really that exciting. I mean, come on, we've seen minecarts in like how many Zelda games now? Like they're like in every Zelda game. Oh my god, a minecart! I'm so surprised. Oracles have them like everywhere. But the cool thing is they use the minecarts in some pretty awesome ways, especially later in the especially you'll see later. There's some really cool segments of these minecarts. And it makes it pretty cool. Plus, you know, minecarts in a 3D handheld, or a 3D handheld. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, it was correctly said. I questioned myself. Don't question yourself, Lucky. Sometimes you actually say things right the first time. Also, there's a lot of treasure chests on this floor. Just keep a note of them. It will let you know where one of them is that you might miss otherwise. So, that thing's always useful just to see where all the treasures are, just in case, you know, just to be safe, just so you know for sure that you got all of them. It's always a good idea. Anyway, small key number 1 is in here, so we're going to do this, and then we're going to head back to the other side, because as you guys can probably imagine, the other key will be on the other side of the first floor, and probably, you know, have to do with more of this minecart stuff as you saw on the map when we enter the room. The little lines there indicate the minecart tracks. So they do show up on the map, which is good. But over here, we're going to hit the switch, obviously, with our boomerang, because when you see a switch, you probably should hit it. And that's going to cause this thing to appear. Now this thing is another interesting mechanic that we'll be using a lot in this dungeon, is you place these on the little volcano things and they'll create platforms. Sometimes the lava will make them rising platforms, sometimes they won't, depending on how active the little volcano thing is. I'll just go ahead and use this key now. May as well just get it out of my inventory, because as you can see, we need both of them or else nothing happens. So that's not going to help us for now. We're going to need to use this block though. This block, the way I say it, really weird. I guess I say the word block weird. Do I tend to do that? I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of the way I say the word block. But we use to block the fire. Very reminiscent of the using level 2 shield to block the fire in Link's Awakening. For some reason, this reminds me of that. I don't know why. And now, of course, we know where the pitfalls are. So if we try to walk on them, yeah, as you can see, they're hidden pitfalls. So be careful with that. And we'll go ahead and check this thing over there. Although we already said there's a treasure chest below. I think that might be the only treasure left on this floor, or there might be one. No, it might be the only one, or there's either one that the upper right section of the map, as you'll see in a second when I bring the map down there. Right now-ish? There we go. So yeah. Oh, well, there's one in the upper right. Okay, so yeah, we'll make sure we get that one later, too. When we actually make it to that section. As you can see, that's the only way we're going to head down to the basement is through that section up there, so we'll be passing through that at some point. Anyways, so, treasure. In here, if you have an empty bottle space, it'll be a place where you can get a 6 heart potion, one of the red potions, but we already have our full thing, so we get 100 rubies instead. That's how it works. I would know because I had an empty potion spot open in my practice file. It was actually a 6 heart potion, so keep that in mind. Now, as you can see, new mechanic for these things, you have to hit these switches to change the minecart path as you're riding on them, else you'll be sent into a wrong direction, and obviously these will be more lethal later in the game when later in the dungeon when we have more complex puzzles version of these. This is just, still learning the basics. So, and I completely forgot to slash there. I thought that if I slashed it once, it would stay like that, but no, you have to do it, going in the minecart resets all the switches, so you have to hit them again. So, I actually wasn't aware of that, and I kind of screwed up the process. However, as you, since we got the little compass-like thing, well, not really compass now, but we can see over here is actually treasure if we, don't hit the second switch. So, unfortunately, it seems we have to ride all the way back to the beginning, but, we get a wood heart in the process. It really wasn't worth it. Really, really, truly wasn't worth it. Those stuff for like only, what, 50 rubies, so big whoopee. Oh, it's a wood heart. Oh my goodness. I only have the full wooden train set already. It's really not that important, but whatever. Whatever. We'll hit all the switches this time. We'll actually make it to where we're supposed to be going, which is all the way over here. I like the minecarts. Minecarts are just, especially in this game, they just feel so intense. Like you're going at a pretty fast speed, your crazy shenanigans are going on, and this dungeon uses the minecarts really well. I do love this dungeon so much. I'm just hyping it up probably way too much. I'm probably overhyping it, and then it's not going to be so exciting. You guys will be like, that was stupid. Why'd you hype it up so much? I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, but hey, minecarts are fun, so I'm doing spin attack on a minecart, spin attack to the face on a minecart. That's right. I will take my spin attack to the faces over to you instead. You won't have to come to me. I ride via minecart. I ride via Minecraft, I almost said. No Minecraft references here these days. I don't even play that game that much. I mean, I can see the appeal of it. I recognize it's a good game, but it's not my cup of tea. Anyways, so both keys are unlocked, which means we can get the switches, and we can basically hit both of them. Now, as you saw, the timing was pretty fast, so you can't actually run over and hit it and then run over and hit the other one. You actually use the boomerang, so I guess just use the boomerang. There's really not much to talk about besides the fact that we're just using the boomerang. Big whoopee. And that is the first section of this dungeon taken care of out of, like, I guess there's like 2 or 3 sections, like really prominent sections. 2 really come to mind. No, I'd say there's 3. There's 3 real prominent sections in this dungeon. I would say that's the first one. And of course, as usual, when you get through the first section of the dungeon, we have to fight a boss, and we're gonna get our dungeon items. So, just spoilers, but I guess it's kind of obvious. I mean, especially because you can see where that treasure chest is going to appear. You can see it's a big treasure chest anyway, and there's always dungeon items in the big treasure chest. But we have to fight this turtle thing first, which reminds me of the turtles from Final Fantasy for some reason. Those antimatoys things. But these things they're not too bad. We'll get the dungeon item we're gonna get are gonna make these things a lot easier. Like most of the bosses, the whip guy is a lot easier once we have the whip. But all you need to do is you need to make him so he runs into the little electric things, which, by the way, those will hurt you, and they will clear my throat. I just ate before, so like my throat's like all like, ugh. But those electric things will hurt you. They'll actually cause your screen to get all shocked as well. I'm not sure if I showed that off or not. Did I show it off already? I don't think I did. I don't think I've been hit by them. But basically, they also drop 20 rubies, by the way, those enemies, which makes them really good for getting rubies. But we got the bow and arrow. About time we got the bow and arrow. I mean, I've kind of made it pretty obvious that it was going to be the bow and arrow back when, well, let's see, there's a quiver to buy the Goron's village. That makes it a little obvious you're going to be getting a bow soon, duh. But yeah, the bow's the dungeon item of this. The bow is always a pleasure to have. It's not really that hard to use in this dungeon. The only problem is that you only have 20 arrows to start off with, so conserve your arrows. They do give you plenty in those nut things, because nuts contain arrows. That doesn't sound right at all. And also I fell, because I thought I could make that jump, but apparently I can't. Now these things are pretty interesting. You shoot them with the bow, and they'll actually shoot arrows out in the direction they're pointing, which is going to be obviously used for a few puzzles in this dungeon and in other dungeons, I imagine. I forgot if they're used in other dungeons, but I'm pretty sure they would be. Just a normal treasure there. So what we need to do is we need to throw them into a pit. No. We need to slowly edge our way over here, and then throw them across over to that side. And now you can also use your sword, or you can use the boomerang, or I think maybe the whip might work too, to actually switch the direction they're aiming. So we're going to aim them that way, just like that. And then we're going to shoot the bow over there to like this. Now as you can see how you use the bow is you press the button, and then you just hold it in, aim where you're going to do, and then let go. Now fire the arrow. It's actually pretty simple to use. Bow's probably one of the more simple use. It's a very simple item to use in this game. It's really not that hard to use, which is a good thing. No, that's not how it's supposed to be done. The boomerang's the best way to switch it because you can just do multiple ones like that if you just sort of like go back and forth, which is nice. So we'll just shoot over there, get that arrow, and this is a very crowded room. Like, just claustrophobic, this room. It is quite claustrophobic. But yeah, long video today, by the way, because I'm doing this whole dungeon here. It's not gonna be split like the Ocean Temple was. So lucky you guys see the whole video all at once, all the whole dungeonness, in all its dungeonness. That's what I meant to say. That I said all the whole dungeonness, and that is the stupidest phrase ever. Now that's what that thing said. remember that keys go in this door, basically because we're not going to get that key for a very long time. So that's just basically a way for you to remember, oh yeah, that door's over here. That's what we need. We need to remember to get a key for this door. Because this is section 2, basically, of the dungeon, is getting that one single key. And it's probably the longest section of the dungeon, too. It's a pretty long endeavor just to get that one key, as you're going to see. Because we already got 2 keys in the dungeon. I mean, I guess you have to get your quota of 3 keys. I don't know. But as you can see, the bow and arrow is very useful for taking down those Stalfos. Just shoot them twice and they'll be dead. The bow and arrow is certainly going to be one of the major ways we're going to be dealing with Stalfos throughout the rest of the game, because it takes care of them a lot quicker and a lot less risky than than using your sword, which obviously is going to come into play for the final take them all on challenge as well, where we're not going to want to take hits. Of course, in situations like this, I'll just fight with my sword anyway, because why not? Even though I'll take a little hits, it doesn't really matter. I'm not really too worried about health in this dungeon. And if things get hard, don't forget, we do have the Song of Healing that I've never used once yet, because I've never had to, because I've never ever used the Song of Healing in this game, ever, because there's really no point to. But basically, well, we can go ahead and see what treasures are on the board. There's just 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Not bad at all. I think it's pretty obvious which one the key is going to be, though. Like, the one that's extremely locked up in the corner. Yeah, that's probably going to be the key. But we'll go ahead and see what it is, I guess. And then we'll just jump into the lava like an idiot. Sometimes the aiming for the jumping is just a little awkward. This one has some pretty precise platforming. Just wait now for this to rise, just like that, and we'll go ahead and get the treasure. Which is just going to be another wood heart, like before. Completely and totally worthless, but, this is the path we have to actually go on this time, so we will actually go on this path. Swing over there to the past the door, which is actually pretty badass how you get to swing over it like that. I think that's pretty cool, actually. And then we had this interesting section with the blades. Yeah, we're dodging blades. We're Blade Runner. Ha ha ha! Stupid reference. Ha ha. Whoa, that was I didn't mean to jump that gap there. But we got a pirate necklace, and that's pretty cool. Now, what I forgot is, we actually need to get one of those little stone slab things. And the way you get this, actually kind of interesting, I suppose. There's torches, and we have to light them. And the only way we can light them is by using this fire keys here. So we actually have to, well, just like that, actually, that was actually kind of convenient. We'll just light the other torch, and that was good to go. I did actually mean to do it like that, but it worked pretty well. Well, whatever works. Anyway, back upstairs, because that's what we're going to do. And here we are, in this interesting, well, first of all, we have to fight the more turtles. Now, as you're going to see, the bow makes these turtles a lot easier with them, make them ram into the electric things. In fact, there are no electric things for you to ram into, so you have to fight them some other way. If you try to hit them with your sword, by the way, they will go into their shell from a distance, so you have to either use the long distance hurting item. I guess the boomerang and the whip sort of count as stunning sort of items, so they don't work. But the bow is piercing. I don't know. The bow does damage to them, and it kills them in 2 shots, which makes them really easy. So the bow is a very, very useful long-range tool. Obviously, it's the bow. It's supposed to be a really, really useful long-range tool. That's what it always has been in every Zelda game. But yeah, the bow is very nice. So I do love it. It's definitely one of my favorite items to use. That and the whip, I think, are like the most effective items to use in this game. Now, as you'll see, there's numbers here. As for most puzzles like this, we are going to write the order down in nice big numbers on our map, and we'll keep that order in mind for later, because there are switches above us right now, not on the same floor for once, and not actually like on different floors like they were in the previous temple, but there are switches on this floor. We're going to have to hit them in that correct order. So basically, yeah, you can see one of the switches right there, the eye switches. We'll have to deal with them later, because we can't reach them from here, obviously. And there's no reason to, because it doesn't really unlock anything that we need to use at the moment. But more Stalfos killing, because that's what we do. We kill Stalfos because it's fun. Die. No, don't hit me, just die. As you can see, the bow is obviously more effective, but I'm trying to conserve arrows right now as well. I don't have the quiver upgrades yet, and there are 2 quiver upgrades, and we will begin them both pretty shortly after this dungeon. In fact, it might not even be that bad an idea if you have the rubies to go just leave the dungeon and buy the quiver upgrade, because it's not even that far away. Because it is kind of useful to have more arrows, especially for the boss, because the boss uses up a ton of arrows. So having the upgrade might actually not be a bad idea. As you can see, we need to use the little thing though to hit they have to stay in the switch and hit the eye switch by doing that. Eye switch, not bad. At least it's not the creepy nom nom clown switch. That thing was just weird. Anyway, use a stone slab to get up here. Now we have a very interesting puzzle. Take the arrow thing with you, though. Throw it there, because that's where you want to have it. This switch will just unlock a whip thing. This will let us get back to where we came. This is a shortcut back, which is good, because we're going to need to go back soon anyway once we get the key. And now with this little switch here, we're gonna want to kill the keys first because it's annoying. Die. There we go. Just perfect shot right there. Link, you are a sniper. You are a sniper among snipers. Throw this on here, and now we need to, what we need to actually do is grab the stone slab here. You can actually grab it, and then we actually want to put this on the third one over here. I guess you could also, is there a spot to go up there? There might be a spot up there you can put a slab on as well, but I like to do it like this because you can see things better. The pillow is kind of blocking your view over there. There we go. Keys is dead, and a good keys is a dead keys, or a dead keys is a good keys. I guess that'd be the better way to phrase it. But you want to shoot the switch so you can be on the platform as all the lava rises. That switch will trigger the lava to rise. Then you want to shoot the one switch, and you have to hit the other switch within time. So use the little. Well, you just saw how it happened, so I don't need to explain it. And that's how you do it. You can use and you hit the switch again to turn it off. It's one of those few switches you can actually turn off of your sword as well. And there we go. There's our key. So we need to backtrack all the way back, but luckily we just made a shortcut. I gotta quickly restock up on arrows just in case. I think you probably need this thing to go down. I'm not gonna chance falling into the lava by trying to jump down there. So throw the slab on there, and then we can. Oh, I guess you can't make the jump. Oh well. Does that mean you'll get stuck though if you don't do it like that? If you can jump down, I don't think you can jump down. I think you'll probably knock into lava. Anyways, we're gonna whip our way across, and we're already here back to where the keyhole is. So. I don't think the game really needed to tell you, oh, by the way, you need to use a key here. I think it's pretty obvious, but I can see why they did, because it was quite a while until we got the key. I mean, it was probably a good, what, 6-7 minutes at least? Anyway, we actually happen to be near the place, as you can see here right now, I'll probably show it right now, where the numbers are. So you hit in the right order, 1 being this one, and we're try to hit 2, couldn't make it. And then this is going to keep going into a circle unless you hit this, or no, oh yeah, okay, it'll keep going in a circle. The track that you're actually going to be going on is obviously the one that's highlighted, as you can see, I'm sure you guys have seen before. So that's 2, 3, couldn't hit 4. Oh well, we'll just get in the next pass. If you hit that switch, it'll just send you back to where you started, so you're not stuck in an infinite loop. That's the reason why they have it like that. So, because infinite loops are not good for you. And then there we go, that's 4. And now I'll make this thing switch over to that track, and this will lead us to the stairs. However, there is actually one other thing we can do in this room, and that is, don't forget, every dungeon has a stamp station. So we're going to need to try to get this stamp station. The way you do it, actually, is there's a switch to hit with your bow, and it's around here somewhere, right there. There we go. As you can see, it's kind of a hard thing to find, but if you look around, which they'll even give you a hint saying, oh, by the way, there's a stamp station here. Actually, you can kind of see it right over there, and I just fell in the pit! What the hell? That was dumb. Oh, well, obviously we have to hit it on the way there, not on the way back. It's not going to do us any good if we hit on the way back, so it'll reset once we get off our minecart anyway. So, let's not do that. And let's go back over here and get dumped out. Every time Link goes to the minecart, he gets flung out of it. He just lands on his face. He must be so bruised and battered by now out of how many minecarts he's fallen out of. Like, that doesn't even look like a pleasant fall either. He just, like, that's like not even graceful. God damn it! I hate that switch. Sometimes it's just a really big pain in the ass to hit. And then Link gets face planted once again. This dungeon is the dungeon of minecart face planting. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. Very complex name. Yeah, I was just practicing hitting it, and I still couldn't hit it. So maybe I can get this time. 3rd time's the charm. Maybe. Maybe 3rd time's the charm. I mean, that'd be nice. I'm kind of getting sick of going back and forth here. Alright, into the minecart once again. Prepare your bow, Link. You can do this. You got this, buddy. You got this. You got this. Focus. There we go. 3rd time. Indeed the charm. And we get flung out. Face plant. Excellent. So that's our stamp station. And that will be stamp number 16, I believe. I believe it's 16. Trying to think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 16. So that's good. That is good. Always good to be progressing on our stamp stations. And then we'll just head back downstairs. Now this section right here, like I said, the everything before the bow was like Act 1. Then the getting the keys Act 2, and I would consider this minecart section right here Act 3. Oh no, I guess it's not quite Act 3 is like this minecart section, and then we have one more minecart section after this we have to do as well. So this is like Act 3 now. We're like the closing act. Oh, like, unless you count the boss. I guess the boss is Act 4. We're one of those rare 4-act plays, which I can't think of any play that's a 4-act play, because usually it's 3 acts, but whatever. Anyway, that guy will just tell you, oh, by the way, the stamp station's on the floor before that, look for the switch. Just as a hint that there's a hidden switch somewhere for you to look for to get to it, just so you know. Anyways, this map, This basically will tell you which 5 switches to hit, because there are some fake switches in this upcoming minecart section. Which, like I said, you know, minecart section is the final part. Also, as you can see, there's the boss key in the section, as you saw. So, little interesting section here. I guess it's a little hint for something you can use for the boss, and that these bombs can break these boulders, and inside these boulders are stone slabs. Because this will actually come into play for the boss, as you'll see very shortly. So we'll do that, and now as you can see, when you hit the 5 switches that we marked, so hit that one, do not hit this one, that's a fake one. As you can see, if you hit it, you would have led to the fire instead. And then hit this one here, like it said. So keep those in mind, and then we have one more minecart section coming up here that we need to take care of. As you can see, carry the boss key by cart. Kind of a bit interesting, and not by jumping into the lava, you dumbass. I hate how sensitive that thing is sometimes. Use the whirlwind. Haven't used that in a while. That's always exciting to use the whirlwind. Hey, whirlwind! Finally taking you out of our pocket for once. Put your bow on though, because you're going to need it for later. There's one switch that's actually a long-range one. But you hit the 3 switches that you marked from before. So this one, that will actually save your boss key from falling to the lava. And don't hit that one, but hit this one right here. Hit that with the bow, as you can see, you can't reach up the sword from here. And that'll take you, both you and the boss key, over to the door. Now, obviously, if you let the boss key fall into the lava, it will respawn to where it started. So you'll have to make your way all the way back over there, which I'll show how you get back over there right now. I actually have to, because there's a treasure chest over here, as you can see, so I might as well pick this up. So you get a dark pearl loop. Technically, it's a dark one, not a black one. I can call it the black one anyway. It doesn't like it really makes a difference. Besides, you see the black pearl, and that's like Captain Jack Sparrow's ship, isn't it? Imagine it'd be funny if it wasn't. I'd just be an idiot. But no, it's the Black Pearl. I remember that movie. It's a good movie. Captain Jack Sparrow. Gotta love that stuff. And then it makes me want to sing the freaking Lonely Island song. Because why am I talking about Lonely Island? Well, because I'm having to write a stupid minecart thing. We've seen this before. So as you saw, the other minecart did get lost because we didn't hit the switches properly. That would dump the boss key into the lava if that's what happened. Luckily, apparently there's infinitely spawning boss keys. Either that or the lava makes the boss key fall from above somehow. I don't know how it works. It's just crazy shenanigans. But obviously, since we just used the boss key, we're going to be fighting the boss. So we'll go ahead. And of course, you can't read it at an angle because it doesn't go like that. Hidden reference to, once again, another LPR's catchphrases, but why not? Why not just make silly references? Because then people laugh. They're like, hey, reference. Either that, they're like, hey, reference. La-di-da. In which case, well, la-di-da to you too. So yeah, we'll go ahead and I'm just making sure the warp works, because obviously need to make sure, but actually I just use that just as a way to, it's a good way to use that just to save, just before the boss, just in case. But this boss, favorite boss in the game, such an awesome boss. I am super freaking excited for this. I love this dude. He is really intense, and his name is well, what is his name? Come on, game, show me the name. Actually, it's like Kragma, there we go, that's his name. Lava Lord. Basically a giant lava golem with a giant massive eye, because that's just how it works. So basically what we need to do is, Skyrim reference, shoot an arrow in his knee. Kind of, there's a little glowy spot there. Obviously if there's a glowy spot and you have a bow, you're supposed to hit it with the bow in the glowy spot. That's usually how it works for bosses. Well, it's not really his knee, but it's close enough. So, he used to be a dungeon boss, but then he took an arrow to the knee. Or an arrow in the knee, actually, is technically what they say. Now that I've actually have Skyrim, I can actually attest to that. I've only heard that quote twice. It's really not as annoying as people think it is. I've only heard it twice, and I've played the game for a long time now, so... ow! Don't hit me! He is apparently angry that I'm making Skyrim jokes. Oh well. Well, it's so hard not to when you're using an arrow on a boss. Come on. How can you not make that joke? I feel like now that the joke is starting to get really annoying to people, I'm actually starting to be more amused by it. Speaking of annoying, I jumped into the lava. That's not dude. Come on, no! I almost sounded like Captain Falcon there. Come on! 3 times? Can we get this right there? This thing, the lava did more damage than the boss has so far. But then the music picks up an awesome section where you're actually riding on a minecart, shooting this guy's glowy spots with your arrows. So, yeah, I'm like so tempted to make more Skyrim. An arrow in the hand, an arrow in the eye, an arrow in the chest. Or basically, this guy used to be a dungeon boss until he took an arrow in the everything. Maybe that should be my title for this video, I don't know. But just keep hitting him, hit all the spots. If you, make sure you hit his hands as well. If you don't hit his hands, he will actually pick up your minecart and throw you back down, do some damage to you. So that's what happens if you run out of arrows. So he'll actually pick up his hand and throw you away. As you can see though from before, you will get additional arrows from the falling rocks in the first phase. So once you hit him in the eye, you'll fall down, he'll lose his hat, and you'll just slash his lava-filled brain. You're attacking his brain! That's how you hurt this boss, by attacking his brain. If that's not freaking awesome, his lava magma brain. If that's not amazing, I don't know what is. Well, obviously the amazing part is the fact that we're right in a minecart during a boss fight shooting arrows at him. That's just badass. I just really love that. I think it's just a really cool idea. That was a great shot, buddy. You hit me in the lava, you douchebag. I'll try to get more arrows though, so keep an eye out for arrows, maybe some arrows somewhere. Oh, there's one. Ow! We'll put a bomb down here though while we have the chance, and maybe I can pick up some more because I don't want to run out of arrows. Oh, I have 20. Never mind. I don't need more arrows. Good. Good. Got my full stack of arrows. We just need to take the slab over here. As you can see, once you hit him, once he does his little two-handed thing, he'll actually knock the slab down. So that's how you get the slab to spawn. Now you can actually, for the slab, you can have him hit it with his hands as well. If you stand near him, he'll hit up his hands and that'll break it. But I tend to like to use the bombs instead because the bombs, well, you don't have to rely on him hitting it. There's a good chance if you're standing there trying to bait him into hitting it that he'll hit you as well, and then he'll take damage. So I find the bombs to be a more efficient way of dealing with him. So I guess that's what the whole section was before with the bomb flower that we used, is just to show off, oh, by the way, you have to break those with bombs to get stone slabs. It's sort of hinting at doing that. Anyways, this guy with two hands uses two hands now. He's going up and taking things up a notch, extra hands. I just love this section, just hitting all the lava spots. It's so cool. Then he used to be a dungeon boss, but we took an arrow to the eye. I mean, obviously, if he has a giant eye, you have an arrow, you're gonna hit him in the eye with the arrow. That's just how it works. Like, what dungeon boss doesn't have it? The one from Skyward Sword, hit in the eye. The one in this game, hit in the eye. Goma from like every Zelda game, hit in the eye with an arrow. It's just, there's something with shooting arrows in people's eyes that's just so satisfying and so obvious, I suppose, as well. But he only takes 2 rounds and then he's down, so that will be the dungeon boss for Dungeon 4. Dungeon 4 is complete. I hope you guys agree in saying that this dungeon is amazing and I love it. Just the whole minecart theme of it is just really, really fun. And I mean, come on, how can you not hate that boss? For a handheld game like this, having a dungeon boss where you're like riding around Minecraft in Minecraft. I knew I was gonna slip up and say at some point. God damn it, yeah, you're riding around in Minecraft shooting arrows at the creepers. If only. But if you're riding around minecarts shooting arrows at people, is just pretty awesome. So now look great. I've referenced Minecraft and I've referenced Skyrim in like the past 2 minutes. I am just as cliche as possible at the moment, but that's okay. Why is it named Minecraft if there isn't any minecarts? There should be. What? Are there minecarts? Like I said, I don't know anything about Minecraft. I don't really play it. There probably is, and I probably sound like an idiot right now. But what else am I going to talk about while glowy gem things occur and the energy shoots out of the temple and back at the Tower of Spirits? We've seen this happen like 3 or 4 times before. It's really nothing too special. But as you can see, there's only one section of the Tower of Spirits that's currently creepily levitating and defying physics. So that means that we have now completed the Tower of Spirits. It has been restored, and we can make it to the top of the Tower of Spirits, where Maladus and Chancellor Cole, I forgot his name, Two-Hat Douchebag, there we go, that's what I call him. Where Two-Hat Douchebag and Burn and everyone are waiting for us. So what kind of crazy shenanigans will be occurring up there? Well, we will find out in a few episodes. I believe there's actually some more Force Gem stuff I should take care of beforehand. This stuff is cool, though. It actually leads to some pretty cool stuff, like, for example, Quiver upgrades and heart containers, and we're actually going to be getting some legit stuff from these next Force Gems. Even a stamp station, possibly. So, there's some really cool stuff in Force Gems. It won't be, I don't think it's going to be as boring as before, so that's good. I mean, you guys saw in the last section of Force Gems that, you know, there are some cool additional stations you can actually make to it, which have some pretty interesting stuff. So, just because I'm taking a little sidetracked to do those, I mean, it's not that boring, I don't think. I think these ones will actually be pretty cool. But that will be this dungeon. Soon we're going to be going to the Tower of Spirits, where crazy shenanigans will most likely occur, because, you know, it's a Zelda game. Crazy shenanigans always occur at the top of creepy towers. Or at the top of normal towers, really. That's just how it works. But this is LuckySevenDX, signing out in the next episode. Force Gem stuff, I believe we have more Force Gems to do, and more crazy shenanigans. So I will see you guys next time for more Spirit Tracks. Alright, bye-bye, guys.